If you like talking,
Women.
Ladies.
men,
Topic.
Conversations.
and occasional uninformed politics,
Multiple talking women is for you.
hit it! Hey ho everybody, I am Paula Gherkin and welcome back to Multiple Talking Women. I'm here as always with my co-hosts.
Felicity Bramblebush.
And I'm Lana Brown.
That's a lot of energy today.
Yeah, I gotta make up for the lack of it that I'm seeing on the other side of the
I
room.
am given everything I've got.
Yeah, she's been delivering meat lately these days, so she's tired, hosting puppy parties, all
Okay.
these extra jobs
All
Paula
right, can you
has.
please not embarrass us in front of our...
Yeah, can we introduce the guests before you take me down a peg?
We are so blessed today to have the stunningly gorgeous, ridiculously talented Allison Dunbar.
Wow. Hi, guys.
Hi, welcome.
Now, can I say something about my impression of Allison from watching her work, both live and on films, on
Sure.
televisions? She's very stunning beautifully.
Yeah.
Okay? And she's got like great skins, great body. It's like, wow, this is a bombshell. Where it gets tricky is that she's not just a bombshell.
Mm-hmm.
She's super good actress and crazy smart. So she's flipping the script, okay?
Yeah, because normally because I think what are you saying? If you're an attractive woman, normally very dumb,
No.
very not talented
No.
is the normal.
No.
Thanks.
Seems
There's
like
a
it.
level of attractiveness that she has.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into it. This woman does burlesque. She tells stories through her body,
Sure.
but she kind of spans every genre because she's
That's true.
hilarious. She doesn't shy away
Sure.
from playing ugly characters. Hey, Pamela Anderson, bombshell in her time, she's also smart. I've not seen her do super funny stuff.
No, I've never seen her in a short wig.
So this woman, Allison Dunbar,
Yeah,
is spanning every genre.
that's true.
Am I?
Yeah, and just major talent sitting here. So welcome, congratulations.
Welcome,
Welcome,
Congratulations.
congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Congrats.
No, I mean, normally I think a woman is doing enough once she's beautiful. Just sit there and don't say a word. However, you come in here and you have all these secret
She's got opinions.
weapons. Opinions, jokes, facts, ideas,
Points of view,
points of
brains,
view, brains,
educations.
I mean, this
You
would...
I don't have that much educations.
You went to
Could have fooled
college.
me.
Oh, yeah. Said that.
And it was like
qualifies
a
as
good
lot of
one.
Educations.
A really good
Yeah,
one. I
yeah.
went to Panama Women's College for
Panama.
women.
Wait a
women's-
minute. See,
you
there's
know
holes.
this.
I do, but there's holes because you say it different, and I think that I'm still wondering. I'm still been researching the school, and I haven't been able to find it.
They like to not be findable because it's for really special women's.
Panama Women's
Panama Women's College for women's
Journalism.
In
On the Panama Canal.
on the canal.
Allison's also confused. Listen,
Either way, here we go.
Here we go.
Paula and Allison have a history, but I do know you a little bit because I live not far away from you. And
is that true?
That's true, because I also live in Pasadena, which I know you live in Pasadena.
Right.
And,
yeah. Where in Pasadena are you specifically?
I'm not comfortable saying that exactly. But I've seen you walking your
Oh, really?
dogs, and I've heard you.
But you've never said hello?
No, I haven't. I get nervous because you're beautiful and you're famous. But also, I have a question for you. I hear this word echoing through the valleys of Pasadena, and the word is Susan.
Yeah.
Tell us about this word.
Yeah. Why are you yelling Susan all around
Oh,
town?
well, lately it's because I have a next door neighbor named Susan who won't stop giving me guff. She comes over and knocks on my door barefoot and tries to tell me about how high or low I should cut my hedge.
Oh, Suze.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's in my business.
But the original Susan.
You really want me to get into that? Jesus.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, you don't have to make it a long spiel, but you.
It's such a weird thing to sum up. Okay.
But I like the story of when you were a kid.
Okay, when I was 15 years
Yeah.
old, I told my mother that I was going to spend the summer with my best friend and her parents down at a beach house. And I lied. She told her parents the same thing. And she and I hitchhiked down to Rehoboth Beach and Dewey Beach, Delaware. And we spent the entire summer living out of our backpacks, basically panhandling and odd jobs. And that's how we lived, and we needed to find places to sleep at night. God, this sounds so bad listening to it.
No, it sounds pretty bad.
But it was
it's
just
great.
this wild summer. We called it the Summer of the Birds of Paradise, based on a Danielle Steele novel.
Yes.
Sure.
So we'd have to find somewhere to sleep, and sometimes that would entail us going to the parking lots of the bars at last call. And when people would come rolling out drunk, we would be like, hey, where's everybody going? And we just kind of fall in line with groups, wind up in a beach house and just crash on a couch or whatever. But sometimes if we couldn't stay awake that late, we would just go and try and find an empty beach house. You have to realize this isn't like today.
Yeah.
This is decades back, and this is Delaware. It's not it's a safe place. And our beach towns during the summer, it's all like college kids, young families.
Okay.
It's easy breezy. So we would go up to the windows, and no one had air conditioning.
You didn't need it because it wasn't so much.
It wasn't so much.
And you're getting that ocean
Global.
breeze.
It wasn't so
breeze.
much global. So we would go up to a window, and if there was a fan, I would just be trying to find out if anyone was in that house. I would just call a name. So if I got caught, I could act like, oh, I thought this person lived there. So I would call out Susan into the fan. So it would be like, and if no one answered, we would just push the fan and go in through the window and then sleep on the floor
Holy
and hope
moly.
not to get ejected in the night. But sometimes someone would rocket up straight. I'd be yelling it right into someone's bedroom window and someone would scream and then we would just
You
have
would
to run out of there. Yeah.
This lays lays the what do you say?
The groundwork.
The groundwork.
Yeah. She's a prankster.
Yeah.
I know that about her.
I was a pretty wild kid. It was my parents went through a divorce, and it was a little intense at my house. So I
Yeah.
was always kind of trying to find ways to escape
Good.
and whatnot. And I lived that whole summer with my friend Kate. We would either go up on the boardwalk and just ask people for $1. I mean, it's not scary to see a couple chicks in bikinis asking for pizza money.
Asking for $1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we made pretty good money. Or we would, there were the cabana kids, the kids who have the chairs and umbrellas
Sure.
Yeah.
they rent. We would offer we'll clean up your whole beach, meaning we'll haul back in all the chairs and umbrellas at 5:00 if you give us each $10. And that was money for 5 days.
Sure.
This was
Because what do you have? You just need a hot dog and a piece of pizza, and you're good for the
this
day.
was before water was a thing. No one was drinking water. We didn't drink alcohol. So it's all I needed was a piece of pizza, some
Yeah.
Thrasher's fries.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Here's what I want to get into.
Okay.
At this point, is there any acting going on at this age, around 15?
Well, I think
have you
there's all
done
types of acting.
Well, no, you know what I'm saying. Have you done a play? Have you done anything? Did you have any inkling? Hey, maybe at some point I want to be an actor.
Yeah, I knew. I knew from a very early age, and I don't know why, because it's not my family. We didn't go to plays or anything, but I guess I announced at 5 or 6 that I was going to move to New York City and be an actress.
Whoa. How did you even know to say that?
I have no idea. I don't know, but that's what they tell me.
and how did your family react to this?
They weren't
announcement?
into it. My family is all lawyers and judges, so they didn't think it was a great call. And then, I didn't really have, I feel like I get really jealous when I hear my girlfriends, most of my girlfriends, they did dance class as kids. Or my mother is an intellectual, so she was very against that kind of stuff. She was like, please, you're not going to put on
That's
a
not
tutu.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just
Fast
knew.
forward, he's one of the best dancers I've ever met.
I'm wondering if not having that offered as a child, because a lot of those kids end up just ugh.
They end up being lawyers.
Yeah, and they don't. I was offered dance class. Do I still dance? No. Do you dance?
You
Yes.
dance?
Yeah.
I thought you did. Aren't you in Cats or something?
We were in Cats, but that's
dancing.
to an extent. There's
they-
no.
they
it's
didn't make it into the main cast.
We
They were-
were very background.
They were jellicle.
It was just
You were what?
Jellicle cats?
What does that mean?
extras.
The ones who get to sing in the big numbers only.
It's animal
Dance
dancing.
and sing in the background.
It's dance. It was humiliating. I'm going to say it.
Oh, wait, doing the production was humiliating?
Very, because
Yeah,
there
it
was,
was.
like 5 rows of Jellicle cats, and we were in the last row.
Oh.
No
And
one
the
even knew they were back there.
Dancing is in quotes. It was like this.
I didn't tell anyone I was doing it.
Oh. I mean, honestly, I've never seen Cats. Again, my family did not
Yeah.
support the arts. So I'm like missing a baseline of knowledge about.
It's more people acting like cats than actual dancing.
Oh, I assumed you guys were dancers.
No.
Well,
they're
we
not.
wanted to be.
Jellicle dancing.
So you don't get offered any of that, but at some point, when do you do your first thing that you're like, oh, this kind of lights me up. I like this. Like, do you do a play? What do you do?
I did some plays in high school, and yeah, I really. I mean, I tried. Like, there was a what do you call it? Like a roving.
Theater troupe?
I don't know. I remember being a kid, and Annie, the musical, was like traveling the
Best
nation.
musical in the world.
What do you
That's
call
what I
it? Like when they're
Out there.
traveling, there was a.
Yeah.
Bus and truck tour.
Regional or I know. Yeah. When
Like
you-
there were announcements, like Annie, and I begged my mom. I wanted to quit school, audition, and go on the road and do Annie. She's like, absolutely not. But I,
Who'd you want to be?
I don't know.
Annie.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think I knew the play. I just wanted to leave and go do.
You
do
really had
something.
been bitten by the bug. Without
Yeah.
even
I bet
really
she would have been
even knowing.
Pepper.
Pepper. Or,
I was going to say Pepper.
Or Miss Hannigan. I can see.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Hey, that's the best role
That's
of
the
the
best
show.
part.
is?
Yeah,
That's the best part.
Ever heard
Freaking,
of Carol Burnett?
yeah.
Holy moly!
Carol Burnett played it.
That's right. Very
Oh,
good. Really
did,
good.
Yeah, did Carol Burnett play Dolly in Hello, Dolly? Oh, wait, that's Carol Channing.
Carol
Sorry.
Channing.
Yeah.
Story
Okay,
of my life.
so you do some plays in high school, and then
And how did high school go? Because I'm feeling like, everyone's falling in line, waking up when their alarm goes off, going to the work, going to the school. And you're like, I'm going to play my own game here.
I'm going to play my own horn.
I'm going to play my own horn.
Yeah.
I'm going to dance to my own tune.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun in high school. I don't know. I just thought I was way cooler than I was. So I was really happy. Like the thing I remember when I felt like I really was kind of ruling my high school experience was like I got my driver's license. I bought a car for $800. I made the money hostessing at Bennigan's. Do you guys know
Delicious.
Bennigan's?
Totally.
Sure do.
Sure.
And I would wheel into the school parking lot. I would be like blasting a Belle Biv DeVoe tape. Remember Poison?
oh yeah, that girl is.
I had to use a fork to make the tape deck work. There was always a fork sitting.
Sure.
Yeah, but I would smoke Capri cigarettes, which are those really skinny
Ones,
cigarettes.
Lady cigarettes.
I had a full-length leather duster coat that I got at Express. And I would come like wheeling into school, blasting Belle Biv DeVoe. I would park in the faculty parking spaces, get out, flick my cig, knock the back of my duster, and walk across the football field. And I just thought, like, I've got this.
Do you think that could? Okay, two questions. One,
I love that this is even the least bit intriguing.
This is
to
major
you.
intriguing.
I
It's
feel like
major.
I'm telling you
I
guys
love
the
this.
dumbest
I love this. No.
information.
major.
It's the
This
best
is
thing
like
I've
the
ever heard.
juice
What
of
it's
life.
all about.
This is
Okay,
juice.
two questions. First is I think that could be advice, like, because that kind of makes me want to try to just decide I'm the coolest person out here
Yeah.
and live that way. One. But the other question is, did other people see you that way?
I don't know.
You didn't care?
Probably not.
You didn't care though, because it didn't matter, right?
I mean, I did always feel like maybe Delaware was not where, like, I'm not trying to rip on Delaware, but like I did feel like I was cooler than Delaware.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I was dead set on moving to NYC. I could not wait to get there. And I felt like once I got there, kind of
Everything would work out.
things would begin. But I had a blast.
And you weren't wrong.
yeah.
I mean, it's almost like you were playing a character even back then because
That's right. You're Judd Nelson.
I thought of Judd Nelson too, walking out, putting his diamond stud in his ear.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah, you were
no,
Judd
wait.
Nelson.
Okay, so listen to this. I mean, here's just like, I actually wish, and I have a history with Paula, so I apologize if I've told you this before.
That's okay.
But I wish I was still this person that I'm about to explain to you. So I got to New York City. My dad helped me go up to college. Like we, schlepped all my stuff up there. And I remember like I couldn't wait to get him out of my dorm. Like, thank you, goodbye. Like there were kids crying, didn't want their kids to leave. I was like, go, bye, bye. I ran outside. I ran down to a bodega at the corner of 79th and Amsterdam. I bought a pack of European cigs.
Sure.
Because they had like gold tips.
Jesus.
I got Why Jesus?
Just gold tip cigarettes sounds.
It's pretty cool. They were different colors.
I
say so.
remember, yes. I had
So
some
brain,
pink
so
ones.
God, you
brain.
got
Did you
so-
get those?
Yes.
Yeah, they're nice cigarettes.
She got so mad at me.
Well, I mean,
we'll
it's
get into
like-
your relationship.
Well, you have a
in minute.
history.
You won't get
That's
into
why.
it. Yeah.
So I get the SIGs. I get a copy of Backstage newspaper, which back at that time, like, well, maybe it still does. I don't know. It had listings in the back of jobs, you know, probably like not top rung jobs, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
I went to a cafe, ordered a cappuccino because I'd never had one because I was from fucking Delaware and I couldn't wait to be a New York City girl. I'm smoking a European dart.
Great.
I'm reading Backstage and I see an ad and it's like needed lead singer for pop group.
Oh.
Do you know this, Paula?
I don't know the story.
Oh, okay, great. I'm like, here we go. Because I told everyone I'm going to New York City to be a star. I'm either going to be an actress, a singer, or a backup dancer for Janet Jackson. That was my list. I had no experience other than a couple school plays in any of it.
I almost feel like before you should go on,
Yeah.
you should sing us a few bars of something.
Well, I mean, I can sing you what I sang.
That's what I need to
Okay.
know. So you go to the audition.
Jesus. Okay. So I call, I make an appointment, I go to the audition. And it was like, I mean, you know, it's in Backstage. I don't know how legit, but it seemed legit. I was at a music studio. There were like 6 executives in suits. And I walked in the room, I wore, because I was a huge Madonna fan. So I wore like a wife beater tee. I had jean shorts. I had fishnet stockings, motorcycle boots. Like I looked hot. I mean, I
Yeah.
was a kid.
I
You know,
have
I'm
no
like
doubt.
18 years old.
Okay.
I come in like cracking my gum and they were like, hot. Like they were psyched.
Yeah,
'cause
they
it's like
were.
they're looking for a singer. They assume if I walk in the door, I'm a
boy.
singer, you know, cute kid. They're like, great, what are you going to sing for us today? And I was like, I don't know, I guess Madonna, because that's what I liked.
Had
know?
you not even, you didn't work on it or prepare it or anything? No.
I had no
She didn't
idea.
know
Okay.
you were supposed to do anything like
Yeah,
that.
you
had
just
no
show
idea.
up and you become a star. That's
And
it.
they were like, a cappella? And I didn't know that if you are a person who goes to auditions and you don't bring your own music, you're going to sing a cappella. That kind of implies you're an awesome singer.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not positive, but I feel like when
Was there a man there on the piano just waiting and you were like, Charlie, take 5?
I don't remember. Maybe there was a Charlie. Maybe you put in a tape. I don't remember. But
Okay.
I just know that everyone was shocked I didn't bring music or anything. And I could tell they were impressed by that. And I thought to myself, that made me like, uh-oh. But so I sang the song Keep It Together by Madonna. Do you know it?
I do. Very well.
So I got in the center of the studio and all eyes were on me. Like I could feel everyone was psyched. And I kicked in with, I got brothers, I got some sisters too, stuck in the middle. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna leave this place so I can forget every single hungry face. I'm tired of sharing. And it's about at this time that I can see out of my
Not so bad.
thank you out of my peripherals, I can see this body language. Like
Oh.
I see heads.
Heads are dipping.
All the
Allison
heads.
There's
just
some
bowed her
discomfort.
head
There's
and closed her
discomfort.
eyes
There's a
and
lot
crossed
of
her arms.
discomfort, and
Closing you off physically.
but the thing that was so great is like I just stopped and I went, what?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at their faces and I got it. I went, was that not good? Because, you know, I had done.
You didn't know? You hadn't done this.
I
Yeah.
hadn't, and I had done,
Yeah.
I got cast in Guys and Dolls. Like, I
In high
thought
school.
I was a singer.
Sure.
And when I said, is this not good? They were like, and I remember it was so funny because they were so real. You know, this is New York. This is the nice thing about New York. They're like, oh, honey, no. That was not good. And they all start laughing. They're like, not on key, not on pitch, whatever the hell the words are, like wrong tone. And I just started laughing. And then they were laughing. And they're like, shit. We were so psyched when you walked in the room. And I remember just feeling like, dang. All right. Well, thanks for your time. And I left and I went and met my girlfriend Julie at Pizzeria Uno. And I remember saying to her, well, I guess I'm not going to be a singer, so I guess I'm going to be an actress.
Wow.
And
Amazing. It doesn't sound like you were, messed up over it. You were just like,
That's
okay.
my point.
Yeah.
That's what
you were
I'm
like, oh,
saying
okay,
to
I
you.
learned something.
And I also I wasn't depressed. I wasn't embarrassed. I wasn't ashamed. Like, the way you feel?
Yeah,
like
100%.
Now it's like if I bomb an audition, I just feel like a piece of shit for weeks. And I'm like judging my entire life choices.
Yep.
And this wasn't like that. And so I wish I still had some of that, like,
Caution to the wind.
yeah, I
Fuck it.
guess. Like,
And there's another story that we have to get related to actually booking work where you had a similar attitude, but
Yeah, we'll get there. Well, yeah. So let's jump to, when do you get your first acting gig?
I was in college, so I really wanted to go to NYU for college, but I couldn't afford it. But that turned out to be, I guess, the best for me because I know like NYU is this really great acting program, and it was a conservatory, so you can't
do anything.
you can't audition outside of school.
That's right.
So I couldn't afford to go there, so I went to Fordham at Lincoln Center instead, which wasn't so strict. It was a liberal arts school.
It's good.
So I was able
very
to, I got a copy of the Ross reports, which was like basically a little paper of all the agents. And I sent my headshot and resume to every single agency in the Ross reports with a letter about guys and dolls and what I'd done in Delaware. And I'd love to come in and do a monologue for you. And, I probably had like 3 or 4 takers who had me come in and do monologues. And that's how I got a rep. And so I started auditioning while I was still in college. And the first job I ever did, I think, was Law and Order. I did it was like OG Law and Order with like Jerry
Original.
Orbach
Wow.
and Mr. Big. And you remember how they would like rip things from the headlines? And
sure.
so they remember Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya
course,
Harding?
Yes.
They did that, but they made them tennis players. And so I played the Tanya Harding part.
Oh, that's
and
a
I was
great
and I got to do that like while I was in school. And I
Very
loved it
cool.
so much. It was so much fun. And I was like, I want to do more of this. And that's when I got the advice, well, then you got to move to LA. Because at that time, all there was in New York were like 4 soap operas, Law and Order, and Roseanne.
Hold
And
on,
Sure.
hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
But
There's-
didn't a little show come along before
But
you
that
came
was,
to LA?
but no,
Oh.
she went to LA first. I know that. Here's my relationship.
Okay.
And I know you're going to be surprised.
Oh.
Especially with with kind of our back and forth, but I think it's why it works. I didn't do a job for Allison.
No.
No. She's just my best friend.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know if she says
Have
the
you
same
never,
about me.
You've never mentioned?
She mentions Allison. I pictured some, like, not someone like you.
Oh.
Yeah, just my best. We ran
we're
it.
best friends.
She
Yeah.
sometimes called him Al. So I
Yeah.
thought
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Well, she calls me Al.
we honestly, I thought it was her. A
One
man.
time, she's a dog rescuer. I don't know if you know this
Oh,
about
that's
Allison.
one thing we
Big
do
time
know.
dog rescuer. And one time she was at the park with one of her dogs, and as you all know, I'm a very fast runner. And one of her dogs got loose,
Yep.
and I hauled ass.
She booked it.
I bolted, and I
She
grabbed it.
clotheslined my dog.
Yeah, to stop him.
Yeah, to stop him.
It's like, hey, stop it,
yeah.
stop running.
Wow.
We were already friends.
Yeah, we
I
knew
went
each
to-
other from the dog park
Yeah.
circuit. Dog park circuit.
There was a circuit of people who cruise around to the different dog parks.
Sure. So we
But
knew
you
her.
don't have a dog. You just
No,
go
I'm
to
just
the.
having a hard time
She looked
doing
like she
the
was about
math.
to
I
yawn.
thought she was gonna
She was
yawn.
about to yawn
Yeah.
for
No,
sure.
doing the math between seeing you together, hanging out. I'm sorry.
Well, because
It's real different.
and
Well-
you don't even have a dog.
No,
Here's why
you don't
She
wash
was on
your
the dog park
jeans.
circuit.
I just like going to dog parks because I know that I'm going to save running dogs from running into traffic or just running where they shouldn't run.
Okay, so no, it's like if you go to you take your child to a playground, it says you're not allowed in without a child. That's how you keep away the creepers.
creeps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the
But
same
it's
at
not
dog
the same
parks.
at dog parks. You're allowed in even without a dog.
That's right.
Yeah.
What do you guys have in common?
Well, here's what we have in common. If you're like me and you're kind of a smoking hot woman, you want to game recognizes game. You want to find a woman
Who's
who
also
isn't going to be jealous of you
right.
Okay.
and is going to just, you're going to be at the exact same level. And I finally found it when I met Allison Dunbar.
When Paula and I go out after, not on the dog park circuit, but on the LA club and party scene,
Yeah.
which we do.
Yeah.
On the early side, we both like to get to bed at a decent hour. But when
Yeah.
we go out, it's like there's never any argument about like who's getting rubbernecked. You know, it's like pretty even keel.
Yeah.
No competition there.
At any given time, there's somebody, riding up on us.
Yeah,
From either
very
direction.
much riding up on us, and we don't mind.
Okay, live and learn. Great.
Anyways, I don't know. Oh, so this is why I know her story.
Yeah.
And I know that she moved to LA
Yep, I did.
and then you got married. Well, you worked a little bit
Thanks
in
a
LA.
lot. Yeah.
What I'm saying is there's something that then brought you to Boston. This is what I'm getting at.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which is why you started then auditioning back in New York again.
right. Well,
This is important information.
Yeah, I gave up my career. I came to LA. It took me several years to work, but then I finally started working, and I fell in love with a guy who played for the LA Kings, and I was doing a TV show, and we got married, and it was very fun. And then my show got canceled, and he got booted from the team and had to find a new team. And so he signed with Boston, and it was kind of like a no-brainer to me. I don't know why I so easily walked away from something I had wanted to do my whole life, but I just kind of was like, oh, okay.
Especially, what show had you been on that was canceled?
Strip Mall on Comedy Central.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Was that with Julie Brown?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that
she
was a big
good
show.
guest.
She's been a guest.
Yes.
We've had her.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Julie Brown is the one who hired me.
But that was a big show at the time. It was like the
comedy show.
the comedy show, the really
It was really
legit.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played a porn star named Hedda Hummer.
Ooh.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But meanwhile, then there's this hockey guy, and so you're feeling like, okay, I'm gonna move.
I just thought, I don't
I
know,
get it.
love is all you need.
Yeah,
and
I get it.
Off we go. So I was
But
like,
it's
what?
a pattern of, oh, this is what everyone expects me to do. Watch this. I'm going to do something completely unexpected.
Don't
I'll do what I
believe me,
want.
just
I
watch.
don't, yeah, I
Don't
don't
believe
know.
me, just
I don't know.
watch.
You know what? I also just feel like I've always been kind of a person who, like, this is so stupid and probably not like good to admit, but sometimes I just want to see if I can do something.
I like that attitude.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Like a test.
I auditioned for the cheerleading squad in high school because we had like a state cheerleading squad. Worked really hard, got on the team, and then quit and played field hockey instead.
And started wearing duster coats.
and got
right.
my duster. I
You
don't
just
know.
want to see if you could do
Capris.
it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I get it.
and so I think I did feel a little bit like, all right, well, I got to do that TV show, so I kind of did it. Like I always said, what I wanted to do was a sitcom, and I was like,
this.
I did it, so I guess that's cool. Now I'm going to go
I like
be
this.
a hockey wife.
She's dipping her toe in many different waters.
Yeah,
Sure.
And kind of doing it all.
And then this leads to eventually, though, you say, I'm bored, or what something makes you say, I'm going to start auditioning again in New York.
Well, my husband cheated on me.
That'll do it.
I kind of started feeling like the ground beneath me was a little
Shaky.
shaky, and I was
Sure.
like, all right, well. And I really missed, I had a hard time in Boston because I suddenly was this woman with I worked at a drug helpline. I worked at an animal shelter. I worked at a children's home. Like I was so desperately wanted purpose.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And so I missed
That's a
acting.
lot of heart.
Thanks.
I mean, to choose, you're bored, and you list 3 things that are actually
Like
helping
volunteer
humanity
things, yeah.
is just kind of different.
Well, I think it felt
Not everybody's like that.
Lana, the thing is, though, like when all of a sudden, it was, I don't want to talk trash because I had some really like beautiful years with my ex. But for me, what was difficult for it was being the wife of an athlete. You suddenly go from being a regular person to a person who has more money than they need. And the culture of being an athlete's wife was very shop, lunch.
Yeah.
And for me, that made me feel very ill.
That sounds like heaven.
I didn't like it. Oh, you like that?
Yeah, this is all you
imagine
want.
anything better. That's really why I want to do this career.
I mean, I want to be, we
You
both
wanna-
want the perks. We want concierge medical care.
I want that
creams
too.
and
But I mean,
lotions.
no. I want creams and lotions. But I mean, like,
But because you're getting it or because someone's providing it for you?
I
That's
want
the
it for
difference.
free. I just am a little in awe. I'm a little in awe of this, she's a good person. Because not everybody does that stuff.
well, no, what I was going to say to you, I'm not like, I don't think I'm particularly that good of a person. But what I'm going to say
I know
is like,
you don't,
when
but-
you're given a life that feels so spoiled and entitled. I think it is maybe normal to feel like, oh my God, this is too much. I've got to do something with purpose.
To you, that's
do some-
normal.
Sort
You're
of
not
balance
aware. Yeah.
things out.
Yeah, like I cannot, my life cannot be this. It just felt, you know.
Right.
Not enough.
But I
Yeah.
could list a lot of wealthy women who are put into that don't do that. And instead of reaching out, they're just
No,
spoiled
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
No, you're right, because it's one of the things that would bother me.
about the others.
Yeah, it would bug me. But so anyway, so I eventually, am I talking too much?
No,
No,
are you
I love
kidding?
I eventually was like, reached out to my old agents who were kind of like, who is this? Because I was such a dick about just like, I'm done acting.
I'm ready.
Bye.
So
I
now I'm ready to do
kind
it
of came
again.
like crawling back. Can I please have a representation? Thank God they were cool to me. They got me hooked up with an agent in New York. So it was like, okay, you can drive 4 hours from Boston to New York and start auditioning. So I rented a garage apartment in Montclair, New Jersey, behind this mobster guy, Lou. I can't remember his last name, but I used to call him Sweet Bikini Hammock Lou, because he would hang out. Okay, so I was literally Arthur Fonzarelli. I was living above his garage.
Sure.
Okay, he called it a carriage house rental. I rented it sight
garage.
unseen. It was a garage.
Yeah.
He had a huge mansion, and he had these big windows, and he would walk around his house in nothing but tidy whities, but in a color,
Sure.
like tidy reds.
Yeah.
And it's just stretch in front of, like, he was
Did
like
he
in
have
front
a
of the
woman in his
windows.
life?
I don't remember.
Okay. But was he picking up on you?
He was doing that for me.
Okay.
Oh, he would try and
Okay,
display
okay.
Sweet Bikini Hammock Lou was
course.
always on display. And I would be
course.
like sitting in my garage, like with my 2 dogs.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
This is the second time I can't believe you escaped death. Because, first of all, that homeless summer, breaking
That's
into
true. I'm
empty
sorry.
homes.
And then Bikini Lou could
And then
have
Bikini Lou.
killed her.
it's not called Homeless Summer. It's called the Summer of Birds of
Birds of
Paradise. Okay?
I'm sorry, I'll never make the mistake again.
Well, I'm saying it's a time of my life I'm very proud of.
Fine. I'm saying I'm proud that you weren't murdered.
What if one of your children? What if you had found out one of your children was lying to you and went to a beach summer?
To the
It'll probably
boardwalk.
happen to her.
Most
Out
likely
of 12,
will happen.
you're going to have one of everything.
You're going to have one at least that
like
does this.
like a rum springer.
Sure. What if they do that?
I mean, first of all, I believe they come back, but mostly what I would do is I would disguise myself as a little old woman on the boardwalk.
Yeah.
And I would
keep an
invite
eye?
them. I would invite them home for a whole home cooked meal, and I would kidnap them and bring them home, and probably never lock them in their room.
Yeah. Well, you're a good mother.
Thank you.
I had a big lack of adult supervision at that time in my life.
So it was pretty easy to do.
Yeah. I mean, I had, a great mom and a great dad, but at that time there was so much going on between them that it was easy to kind of slip through the cracks.
Sure.
Well, there's a lot of
Anyway.
fearlessness going on. Which,
lot of fearlessness.
Yeah, I love it.
Which is why you live in the garage behind Bikini.
Yeah.
Sweet
Yeah.
Bikini
Sweet
Hammock
Bikini Hammock Lou.
Yeah.
So then, okay, then
But so, okay.
Yeah.
Then,
So the story I love is you had a role that people
Okay.
still know you for.
Yes. I played, you're talking about when I did The Sopranos.
Yes.
right.
I played Nicole Lupertazzi.
Yes.
And I can't even believe that job came about. So what happened was I got a call one day. I was down in my garage apartment in Jersey. I get a call. You have an audition for The Sopranos. You have to go to Silver Cup Studios in Queens.
okay.
And I'm like, I don't think so. And the reason why was just because, I mean, I had gone to school in New York. I had seen many like mob type guys. They are always with Italian women. I mean, that's like a thing. Very Italian people. They stick together. And I was like, I'm super white looking, blonde hair. I was like, they're not, it just seemed like, you guys were in Cats. Like, sometimes you get an audition and you're like, Jellicle cat. Okay, that makes sense to me. That tracks. I will book that. So you go to that audition. But sometimes,
We wanted bigger roles, and that's what we were given. But I get what you're going.
right?
for.
But
going
it
for.
tracked for you that
Yeah,
you would
because
be an Jellicle
I
cat.
look more like a cat than a dog, so I'm going to go out for something
Right.
that's cats,
Exactly.
not dogs.
Exactly. So
okay, same thing, really.
I just didn't think that I would ever get the job. So, and you're
Nancy
asking,
Sinatra's blonde.
Okay.
and
Italian.
Just saying.
Okay. So you have this air
We're all
of like
confused.
Yeah. Oh,
she's
Because she's
saying
Italian. She's an Italian blonde
not-
woman.
oh
These-
no,
these boots-
I know there are blonde people in Italy, like Northern Italy, but that's not. I don't know. I
You
just
didn't think they'd cast you.
I
as
didn't think.
that.
I just
Okay.
didn't think I had a shot. And when I tell you this story, keep in mind I had never seen The Sopranos because I think it would have been a very different story if I had.
Yes.
I don't think I would have ever booked the part if I had seen it
And
because
because you would have wanted it, maybe.
I would have wanted it. And my thing is like the work I've gotten in my career, sometimes I get things I want, sometimes. But a lot of the times the jobs I seem to get are ones I don't give a fuck about.
wow.
And that's why, like, I believe very much there's like, I call it the stink of desperation. Like, have you ever, like, gone out for something and you want it so bad and you, like, want to be cool with the people making it? You want them to know, I love your script.
Right.
I did this research. And you think that's going to, like, but it doesn't.
No.
They're
Doesn't
like, yuck.
But
Yeah.
that's what I've been trying to
They're
do with
like,
you. Because like
beat it.
I'm a little jealous of this friendship thing happening.
With me?
I guess.
Yeah.
So now if
I
me-
didn't care if she was my friend or not. And that's
right,
probably
and
why
now
she likes
I'm
me.
worrying.
Yeah,
I'm
and ditto,
I'm
vice versa.
Neither of us
complimenting you. Is that a turnoff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm being too nice. Okay, continue. Sorry.
So, let me also explain, like, if Manhattan's an island like this,
Okay.
one side is Jersey, one side is Queens.
Oh.
So we're talking, there's several trains I'm going to have to take to get to the audition.
But it
What?
is trainable.
It's
Trains.
trainable, but it's like
probably 4 trains.
3 or 4 trains.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
You got
No,
hours of work ahead.
I don't
And this
want
is
to do
before-
it.
This
Yeah.
is before Uber.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I tell my girlfriend Diana, who lives in Montclair, she's a Jersey girl, she's very Italian, and she was like, are you kidding me? You're auditioning for The Sopranos, because she was watching it. She's like, it's the best show on television. You're auditioning. I don't care. So I went over to her place, and she like put me in like a leopard bra, you know, like she put me in the whole look. And I got on train after train after train. And I went to the audition where I had to say one line. The flowers are beautiful. I think that's what I had to say. I don't know. It was one
something
or,
like that.
It was like 1 or 2 lines. That was it. I did like 2 hours of traveling. I said the line and then moved on with my
and
life.
then 2 hours back.
Yeah. Then I got a call back. And I'm like, instead of being like super juiced, I was like, why do I have to have a call back? It was
Yeah,
like
for
1 or
one
2
line.
lines.
Yeah, either you
Right.
like me, you don't.
You guys, because The Sopranos was such a big show at that time, I think I auditioned 3 or 4 times for that part.
Always the same.
Same thing.
Wow.
And there would be more and more people in the room, you know, each time I went back. And I started to get more and more pissed because I'm like, why do you keep doing this to me? Like, I had dogs. I had to figure out, like, it was hard for me to leave them for that many
you got to
hours.
figure out a 5-hour day with your dog.
to say a line or 2.
Yeah.
And I was kind of snippy by the 3rd round. And by the 4th round, I guess, came in. I was like, hi, here we go. I said the line. I looked at all of them and I went, are we good? And they were like, yeah, I think we're good. And I'm like, thanks. And I left and I was pissed about all of it because it seemed like
And
a
for
waste
people
of time.
listening and not seeing this, her face is letting if you were in the room with her, you would know, hey, she thinks we're fucking assholes. That's the way you're
Yeah,
looking.
she's like, I'm
That's
done.
how you look. Yeah, are we done? You dicks. Is
And I-
basically the subject.
And I got the part, which I could not believe because I thought, how on earth, you know what I mean? I spent years like being nice and trying for nothing. And then you go in and act like a dick, you get the job. And I actually had this really cool conversation, like my first day on set with Matt Weiner, who was one of the writers who wound up writing Mad Men. And he was like, he told me, he's like, your attitude. We just went, that's the wife of a mobster.
Yeah, don't bother me.
Yeah, they were like, she's it. Like, you were rude. And we were like, yep.
Wow.
Isn't that,
Yeah,
isn't
I
that
mean, that's a
insane?
classic
it.
story.
This is
Classic.
a great takeaway for us.
Great
too.
takeaway.
Well, I don't,
Yeah, be
but I don't
rude.
know if it is because it's like,
I think only some
Well-
people can pull it off. You can pull it off.
I don't think I can pull it off. I've tried it since. I've thought to myself, okay, I'm going to try this again because I was, and then,
But it's different because it was natural.
it was
first time. You
natural.
weren't-
That's
yeah,
the thing.
You were
And
just
it's-
actually
and
mad.
you know,
What
it's
happened?
like when I watched the show, and then I was like shitting a brick because it was the best thing I'd ever seen in my life, and I could not believe I was lucky enough to be a part of it. So I like went like bug-eyed to set, so excited. I mean, it was a little part, but that
It doesn't matter. You're part of the Soprano universe, and people know you for that.
legendary.
Yeah.
Legendary.
it garnered a lot of attention more so than like things where I actually had like a meteor role.
Right.
But
Meteor. Yeah.
Meat.
Meat.
Media.
I'm sorry.
Nothing. I have a meat
We've
business.
been talking about meat. the
Well,
other
you
day.
know.
Joking about me.
She's
Oh, yeah,
married
well,
to
like
Ron
when
Perlman, and I deliver meat to him.
Right.
Yeah, not to me though.
No. She's not a big,
Yeah,
not a
we-
meat eater.
Well, also, it's just, I thought that would be weird for us being best friends. And then
Yeah.
you're like delivering meat to my home.
Yeah.
So I just prefer you deliver it when I'm not there. and
That's
then
what
you
I do.
and Ron
Yeah,
have
we
the
can-
transaction.
We have our own relationship.
Keep it separate.
I know you
Yeah.
do. I don't super appreciate as well. Like he has mentioned to me that you keep telling him about the chemistry you feel.
I can't help what's coming at me. So if you have an issue with it, you got to talk to him about it.
I think you might be misinterpreting what's coming at you.
Well, it's not coming from my side.
Really?
Really, I'm constantly trying to.
Why
trying
won't you
to
look at me?
I'm trying to. I'm constantly trying to deflect.
I think when you consider chemistry is actually just him reacting
Business.
to the odor of your pants.
Or he's excited to
Your
get the
odor.
meat.
I think, like Ron really likes to eat. So I think he's salivating about the meat you're dropping off.
All right. Well, potato. Anywho, if you can believe it, we're at time. We've been
I
chatting.
can't, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm motored. I really wanted to talk to
Sorry,
you
this
guys
was
more.
really
We're
interesting.
going to have to have you back because
Yeah.
we barely scratched
Can we
the surface.
please hear this one last story?
Please.
Because
what story do you want?
I heard once that we're in award season and I heard once that you attended the
Almost.
you almost attended, and I can't even imagine this, Lana, the Academy Awards.
Oh.
I almost did.
How?
How?
So, okay. This was, I think, like 2006. My girlfriend Rachel, her fiance's father was like a bigwig at Warner Brothers. He didn't want to use his tickets to go to the Oscars, and he offered them to Rachel. So Rachel called me and was like, do you want to go to the Oscars? Fuck yeah, I want to go to the Oscars.
Sure.
So we, bought expensive dresses. We got our hair done. We got our makeup done. We rented a limo. Like we didn't have a lot of money at the time,
Yeah.
and this is like post-hockey player. So this is like, I'm like struggling. I mean, we had to like pool our resources to make ourselves
Make it
look
happen.
Oscar ready. I remember we pulled up to the red carpet. We get out of the car. There's people waiting in stands.
Yeah.
They're like, and I was waving because I'm just like, they think we're somebody.
Yeah,
We're nobody,
sure.
but they think we're somebody. So we're waving. It was so fun. And so we we hand in our tickets that have the name, because, they have your name, they have the name of this gentleman who was a big deal at Warner Brothers. And the ticket taker was like, which one of you is so-and-so?
No.
And it's like, well, neither of us. And, Rachel explains, no, it's my future father-in-law, yada, yada, yada. Well, you can't transfer tickets to the Oscars. You are not allowed. It's actually like a big no-no. And you can lose your seat on the Academy for doing it. So next thing you know, 2 cops walk up, gank us by the elbow. We are walked to a police
In
station.
fancy dresses.
Yeah, in dresses, walked to the police station that's on the Academy grounds. My photo is taken.
Sure.
I'm put in a book as an Academy Awards gate crasher.
Oh.
I keep saying to them, can I get a copy of this photo? Like, I thought it was so
Paparazzi.
funny. This photo, it's like a binder this big of people they keep track of who come back year after year trying to sneak in. So they would put us on the radar. And they told us we were 86th from ever coming to the Oscars. Ever. And I go, well, what if I'm nominated? And they're like, yeah, right. Which, at this point, it doesn't look like that's
it
going to
could,
happen.
it
Oh,
could.
come on.
But I'm like gunning to get to the Oscars because I want to see if I really can't get.
Oh.
No, we need to
Anyway,
make
then
this
after
happen.
they took our photo and put us in the book of those who shall not return, they threw us off the grounds. The cops walked us by the elbow.
And were all those people just gawking?
All those people who watched us come in
cheered
and
for
wave
you.
and cheered for us saw us ejected. Our limo had left because we could only afford for like the drop
Oh
off.
my God.
And we told him to come back like 5 hours later for pickup.
Oh no.
So we had to call a taxi and we just went to a bar.
Oh.
What a sad night.
Thank you.
Were you sad?
Not at all.
This is what this is
Yeah.
what we've learned about Allison Dunbar. I
Yeah.
already knew this, but we're really getting it in spades here. You can't get her down.
No.
She can walk in and sing Bad Madonna.
Excuse
She
me.
can, she can
Kick
go
it
to
out of
she
the
can go to
ass.
Boston and
She's
have it not
unfuckable
work
with.
out. Yeah, you can't.
You can't stop her.
You
You
can't
know
stop
what,
her.
honestly, Paula, do you want to know
Yeah.
the truth of why I was happy?
Yeah.
And I think you're going to relate to this.
Sure.
And this is why we're best friends. I had 2 mozzarella sticks in my clutch purse. I was very honestly concerned about how hungry I was going to get. I've heard that the Oscars is unbearably long.
You need snacks.
You know me. I actually don't want to watch anything
Right.
that long.
Yeah.
I was more excited about the thought of going. I was actually dreading
Sitting for
there.
hours.
Sitting there
Sure.
for
and
hours.
wondering about food.
Yeah.
So this way, we went to the bar at what is that hotel that's on Burton Way?
Four
Roosevelt?
Seasons.
Roosevelt?
No, on Burton Way.
Burton.
It's L'Hermitage. We went to L'Hermitage, sat at the bar, got bar snacks, bar nuts, and drinks, and that was within an hour. I didn't need the cheese sticks.
Great. I do. Yeah. I mean, I still would have eaten the cheese sticks probably.
I believe
Yeah.
you're going to get back there. I believe you're going to be nominated because you're
I
unstoppable.
hope you can get in.
Well,
And you're
let's hope
unfuckable
so.
with.
Yeah.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, you're unfuckable with.
Probably gonna need to book some work to.
I mean, here's the thing. I bet I know what you're gonna say.
Speaking of booking work, though,
Susan.
she is in a movie. But go on.
Oh yeah. Currently, you can check Allison Dunbar out on Hulu
Yeah.
in the.
It's a film. Thank you so much, Paula, for always being my ride or die and knowing what I'm doing. I did a film called Maggie Moore's.
I was gonna say Molly Malone's, and then
Molly
I knew
Malone.
that wasn't
Maggie
right.
Moore.
You can either
Maggie
you can watch
Moore's.
Molly Malone on
Yeah.
Hulu, or you can watch Maggie
Moore's.
Moore.
The one
Opposite
Allison's
John
in.
Hamps.
John Hamm and
Ever
Tina
heard of-
Fey.
I
And
know.
you'll
Tina
be
Fey.
able to
Fantastic.
watch
Very funny.
Maggie Moore at Molly Malone's Irish pub.
That's right. Wouldn't that be fun? That'd be fun. Now I already know what I'm gonna guess what Allison Dunbar is going to say to what is always our final question, which is that if you were to give advice to someone, who wants to be in this business, some doe-eyed girl in a duster and smoking gold-tipped cigarettes, fishnets, saying, I want to make it and I'm going to be a star, what would you tell them?
Good luck.
Yeah? No advice, just good luck?
Well, I thought you started this by saying you knew what she was going to say.
What did you think I was going to say?
I think you're going to say, stay confident, be yourself, do what you want to do, have faith in yourself.
She's more interesting than that.
Take it.
Yeah,
and
she's more interesting than those.
All right.
Those are platitudes.
This is what I've learned from listening to her.
Great.
I guess I feel like I've worked hard enough and I've lived my life and I can't live someone else's. So I don't have time to fucking tell someone the 1, 2, 3s of how to do it. So I
Right.
would just be like, good
Good luck.
I agree.
Figure it
I
out
kind of agree
yourself.
with
Yeah,
that.
honestly.
Yeah.
That's what you did.
Good luck and take care.
figured it out
Yeah,
yourself.
nobody fucking told
No one
me.
told you.
And that if there was a guidebook, we'd all own it.
That's right.
I mean, how do any of us do this?
Yeah. See, we
Mic
did.
drop.
We did get a good mic drop.
We
moment,
did get a
didn't
good
we?
mic drop.
All right. Hey, do you want to play an improv game before we wrap up? I heard you're.
No.
You also are at the Groundlings.
Oh, yeah.
You were a performer at the Groundlings.
Yes.
which is improv.
God,
Yes.
Incredible. We meet
Do you
so
want
many
to play in it?
groundlings
You don't
on
want to
our
play
Is
it?
it? Are we playing Zip Zop Zop? What are we
I
playing?
mean, it's an option. It's our favorite game.
It's an advanced Groundlings game that we've learned.
Sure. Let's play a game.
All right, I'm going to start. Ready? Zip.
Oh, this is really what we're doing?
Yeah.
Zap.
Zop,
Zip,
Zap.
zop,
Zip.
Zap.
zop.
zip,
Zap.
zop.
That was it.
Yeah, we did it.
Jesus. Great
great.
improv.
Wow, we-
Thanks for coming.
Hey, yeah, thank you so much, Allison Dunbar, and
Thanks for coming.
Oh.
Multiple Talking Women is hosted by Lauren Burns, Ariane Price, and Lisa Shurga, and produced by Carafano and Amelia Misco at Stampede Ventures for the Stampede Podcast Network. Okay, I'm done now.